It's Tuesday. I'm back alone in my own flat, and that means let's make dinner just for myself. Let's go. At first, when I moved out, I felt a little overwhelmed by cooking just for me because I felt like everything's too much work and it's not worth it when it's just me eating. But soon enough, I realized most of the time what makes cooking for many people so time consuming is not the dishes, it's the sheer amount of food you have to prepare. So making lasagna for just one person is quicker than making lasagna for 5 persons. It takes about half as long actually. So this pasta dish is literally made in the time it takes to boil pasta. Especially when you own an air fryer, you can quickly grill the pepper and then blend it with the remaining ingredients. Super easy peasy. And just look at that vibrant color. In German we say das Auge ist mit, which means you also eat with your eyes. I don't know if that exists in English too. But anyways, for protein, I fried up some tempeh, and a good pasta needs a good amount of vegan parmesan on top, in my opinion. And my favorite one is made from cashews and nutritional yeast, and most of the time I make it myself, but sometimes I also buy it in the store. On Wednesday, I wanted to make moussaka, but therefore I first had to research how to make moussaka. A quick question, do you want to help the planet while doing everyday activities? Then you should use Ecosia. You can use Ecosia just like any other browser, with the difference that you're helping the planet with every search you do. Ecosia is using 100% of their profits for climate action, planting and protecting trees, which is more than 200 million trees by now. That's a lot. I mean, we all know about the urgency of climate action right now, but the great thing is you can start now. Just update your browser, and when you see a choice screen pop up, choose Ecosia and you will help the planet while doing everyday activities. And please excuse that I look how I look. I've just taken a bath because I thought, let's do some self-care. Also, I am 5 weeks away from my first marathon and the training is there. So let's make dinner. I was craving moussaka that day, and to be honest, I've made moussaka once in my life for me and my family. And I would say it's one of the most delicious dishes, but you gotta put in the effort, a lot of effort. So I was thinking about how to tweak the traditional recipe to make it A, vegan, and B, a little easier. First, I decided to bake the eggplant and potatoes in my air fryer first instead of deep frying them, because deep frying is always such a mess. Then I made the meat sauce using soy chunks for protein and seasoned it just as usual. I didn't want to make a bechamel because all my pots were dirty and I would have to clean them. So I had the idea to use vegan cream instead. I know it's definitely not a traditional moussaka anymore, but when it came out of the oven, I was so excited about how much it looked and smelled like a real moussaka. So I was kind of proud of myself. That looks amazing. Let me try. This is so good. Just how I wanted it to taste. Nice. Let's make dinner. Look at this tiny Napa cabbage. Had to comparison. Anyways, I've been feeling a little bit under the weather today. So I'm gonna make a very healing noodle soup for dinner. Very easy and delicious. I don't know about you, but I'm a big soup girl. Summer, winter, spring, fall. Every season is soup season for me. And here I made my go-to miso soup. For the fragrance, I first fried off ginger in chili crisp and then sauteed the cabbage and added water for a nice base. And now for the soup flavor base, I used miso paste, which is full of umami, soy sauce, lime juice, and a pinch of sugar to balance the flavors. And while the broth was simmering, I crumbled some tempeh in a pan and glazed it with hoisin sauce, which is a combination you should definitely try. And as noodles, I simply used some noodles I bought at the Asian store. I believe it was called vegan Cantonese noodles, but I'm not sure anymore. And last but not least, I assembled everything in a bowl. It might
not be the most aesthetically pleasing dish, but it's delicious.
Especially that broth. So good. Hi, it's just about 4 p.m. but I will be attending a run club later.
So I'm gonna prep dinner already, so I can just have it right after the run club.
Today, I'm gonna make a burger. Let's go.
For my burger prep, I plan to make a couple of things. First up, I caramelized onions because I love some sweet, soft onions on my burger. Then I started to peel and cut carrots to turn them into carrot fries. The key is to season them heavily. I used paprika, different herbs, salt, pepper, I think also cumin, and then I air fried them. Yes, I love my air fryer. It's one of my favorite kitchen appliances. And for the patties, I was a little lazy and used store-bought vegan mince, which I seasoned with fresh herbs and more spices, and then formed into 2 balls because I want to make a double burger later.
I'm back from the run club and I'm so happy that the burgers are almost ready. I'm hungry. All I can say now is and carrot fries for some vitamins, but they're also good. Time to make dinner, and I'm craving something comforting, so I will make a rendang style curry. Far from authentic, that has to be said, but I hope delicious.
When I visited a cooking class in Thailand, I learned that the first step to a good curry is to heat up some coconut milk and then saute the curry paste in the coconut milk until the fat starts to separate from the coconut milk. This brings out the flavors and vibrant colors from the curry paste. Then you can add more coconut milk, and I personally love the subtle tang from lime leaves. I usually buy mine frozen in the Asian store. While the sauce was bubbling, I air fried again, some tofu and eggplant, which I then added to the curry sauce. Now it's important to let it simmer for another 5 minutes or so, that the eggplant and tofu can really soak up all the sauce and all the flavors. And that's it. I served it with rice, and I guess it's the quickest of all 5 dinners in this video.
A good curry never disappoints. Never ever. I will enjoy this now, have a relaxed evening, and if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more, and see you!